I had hit a point in my career where I couldn't even open my laptop without feeling sick or even put the pillowcase on my pillows. I was mentally, emotionally, and physically drained. But the truth that I wish someone had told me sooner is this: you don't have to bounce back. You can power forward. And the difference between the two is profound. It changes everything. If you've ever been laid off, passed over for a promotion, stuck in a role that drains you, or you are on the verge of burnout, you are not alone. And let me preface this by saying this is not a hustle harder pep talk. It's a real conversation about what it takes to recover, to redefine success, and bounce forward in your career. One of the harsh realities of career setbacks, especially in the corporate world, is that they're far more common than we talk about. Layoffs, toxic work cultures, burnout, stalled growth, bad managers, you name it. And let's not ignore the emotional impact. It's real. Anxiety, imposter syndrome, second guessing every decisions you've made. I've felt all of that. But what I learned is this: while those feelings are valid, they don't have to be permanent. Here's an unpopular opinion. Resilience has less to do with being tough and more to do with your ability to adapt, to reflect, to redefine, to reinvent, and to, recover from what broke you. And that helped me to realize that burnout wasn't a personal failure. It was a signal. A signal telling me it was time to change how I worked. And for some of us, even where we work. Now, here's how to start building real resilience. And let me be clear. The tips I'm about to share don't operate in silo, and they are a part of a bigger strategy. A bigger strategy to power forward. So tip number one is that you need people. Especially in high performance corporate environments, isolation can crush you. So find mentors, connect with a friend who gets it, or join communities where you don't have to explain your exhaustion. They understand your experiences and they can help you to navigate and power forward. Tip number two is reframe the narrative. Ask yourself, what is this setback teaching me? Because oftentimes when we encounter negative experiences, we personalize them. But in reality, there's a lesson behind it to be learned. Our experiences don't define us, they inform us. My burnout taught me that overworking wasn't a badge of honor. It was my self-worth I hadn't defined yet, and a boundary I hadn't learned to set. Tip number three, prioritize self-care. I know the phrase self-care gets tossed around a lot, but when your identity is tied to performance, self-care becomes part of your strategy. For me, it was journaling, walking, saying no without apology, and finding and tapping into the things that brought me joy and that allowed me to refuel. And slowly that gave me the space to hear my own voice again. So let's recap. Here's what I want you to remember. Setbacks are not a dead end. They're a signal, a turning point. And when you build real resilience, you don't just bounce back, you power forward. So when you encounter situations that require you to tap into your resilience, leverage the three tips that I shared with you as part of your strategy to power forward with more clarity, more strength, and more alignment. If you are in that stuck phase right now, I want you to pause and ask, what is this teaching me? And what might powering forward look like for me? Drop a comment and tell me where you are at this moment. Or you could even just say, I'm in it, and I'll know what you're talking about. If this helped you, share it with someone who's navigating something similar, because the more we normalize the messy middle, the more powerful our next chapter becomes. You are not your burnout. You are not your last bad decision or your bad review. You are not broken. You are becoming.